A Louisville baby has had a rough start to life. Simple tasks like breathing and coughing on his own are impossible. The diagnosis that solved a mystery and the medical machine bringing hope.
Brooks came home yesterday. How did that make you feel?
Happy.
Why were you happy?
Because I love him so much.
Brooks is 8 months old, and we just got home yesterday after 225 days in the hospital.
Brooks was in the hospital because in November he stopped breathing. He has a genetic disease called SMARD1.
SMARD stands for spinal muscular atrophy with respiratory distress type 1. It affects a very small population. There's only somewhere around 100 known cases in the entire world right now.
When we initially got to the hospital, when he was intubated, he coded a few times, twice. And during one of those times, we looked at each other and said, "We're bringing him home, right?" So when all those people were there that made that happen, I think that was the most emotional part because they all love him so much.
Leaving people that literally saved his life.
We'll see you at home soon.
We actually didn't know that most kids get discharged in the ambulance. We just assumed we would drive him home because it was nice to just kind of be able to leave normally as a family.
Whoa, bud. What's out there?
But with the SMARD diagnosis, that paralyzes your diaphragm, so you need a ventilator to breathe.
They explained to us that he would need to be on a home ventilator. We didn't know what that meant. We just knew it was a different one than what he was on. They put him on it. It didn't work for him. He didn't tolerate it. It was kind of a head scratcher for the pulmonologist at the hospital. Eventually, they just kind of did some research and looked around and found Ventec and learned about VOCSN.
On the other home ventilator, he had gotten to be a really fussy baby, and you know, some babies are fussy, but he's not. So I was nervous to try something else, but I knew we had to get home. Just a huge relief, the effort that Ventec put in from the engineering to the clinical team to coming out to us several times, staying
with us
24 hours a day, several days, making sure that he liked the ventilator. And literally the time that they changed him on it permanently, he didn't even notice, like he didn't even flinch. And that was such a huge relief for us. I remember we handed him a rattle and he was just laughing and playing. And I remember looking at you and being like, he likes it, we can go home.
VOCSN is awesome. With a lot of his lung issues and a couple of times where his lungs had collapsed, on the other ventilators we couldn't get the stuff up out of his lungs really. And just with the built-in cough assist with this VOCSN ventilator is a game changer for him, and I think it's gonna really, moving forward, keep him from having to go back to the hospital a lot. The fact that this was built in, the doctors were like, well, yeah, let's give it a try. And it just has been a miracle for him, keeping him healthy. And the fact that it's just, yeah, like really lightweight and really easy to use.
We plan for him to be able to have the best life he can. Like, I think that VOCSN's gonna let our family do that. This is just amazing. Like, the fact that we can strap it onto his stroller and have the oxygen and the cough and the suction in one place. It just gives us the peace of mind that we can be independent. Yesterday, he was like the happiest for the longest that we've seen him. I think he knows he's home. I think he's happy, and that's all you want as a parent, is for your kids to be happy.
The technology that's available right now, especially with this VOCSN ventilator, you can be okay, you can be a normal family, you can have a great life. It's all gonna work out, and one day you'll be able to come home and it'll all be behind you.